All right, man. We are live. We are live. Y'all already know the vibes. Salute to the NBA community. Welcome back, y'all, to the Best of Seven Sports Talk. I am Seven Mitchell. We doing it live, episode 176. I think we in a building. I got the big homies with me tonight, joining me on the panel because we got to talk about this damn breaking story with LeBron James. I really got to talk to the bosses. I could not wait. So joining me, of course, I got the big homie BA from Get Your Bars Up Media. I got the big homie Hank from Sports Game Vision. Fellas, welcome back to the show.
Appreciate you. Thanks for having me, Seven. You know we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it.
God, Joe, you. This show right here tonight, BA, is dedicated to you. Because not only are we going to get into this topic, which we discussed before, you are looking kind of like a, what's the word? I'm like a Morpheus. You're looking real good out here in these streets, BA, respectfully.
The Oracle.
Yeah, the Oracle, bro, because we got to talk about Kevin Porter Jr. And I swore you had warned us about this kid when we had a Houston Rockets conversation prior. So we going to tap into that. Couple more good stories, bro. So salute to you, fellas. Make sure you people get into the live chat. Make sure you guys smash that like button. We definitely appreciate the support. Scrub Zero, I see you in the building, my G. If you want to come up and join us, you're welcome to come and join the debate panel. Big salute to my dog, Scrub Zero, as always. But, man, let's get into this goddamn story, topic of discussion. So, my brother BA hit me with a bombshell earlier today, man. Couple articles he dropped, and I'm looking. And apparently the DEA has a PED investigation going on. And the person who they were actually investigating, who the investigation is focused on, when they looked into the investigation, he had two clients, which were a former trainer of LeBron James, and Randy, who's LeBron's friend and business manager. They were clients of this guy, and LeBron James' name had got brought into this PED investigation. Now, I'm going to be honest, BA. I am so happy you showed me this. I am so happy that this came out because according to the reports by the damn DEA, there was no evidence whatsoever that LeBron James had done any use with any performance-enhancing drugs. And I'm tired of that story line being thrown out there. I'm hoping that this can eliminate that rumor when it comes to LeBron. But what's your thoughts, BA? I'll start off with you with this article that you dropped earlier.
This was a bombshell when I got this, but you know me, I'm like, of course, this could be possible. You know, this is about 21 years. Genetics is dope, but I don't know if genetics is that good.
Freak of human nature.
I know. But I of course, I got mad respect for LeBron, especially for what he does on the court. Real talk. I like to joke about him juicing and stuff, but until we have like actual proof saying that he does this and he does that, then I can't really put it on him. We could joke and we could laugh, but like seriously, till it's actual proof, can't say anything about it. When I read the article, and I seen that they had got his peoples, and these two people that he is affiliated with, he's really not even truly really affiliated with them like that anymore. The DEA is serious. They're gonna find what they want to find, and he's clear. His name is clear, so I can't really say much.
Are you ready to apologize to the king yet?
No, he's still juicing in this universe to the next. It's a multiverse, bro. So he's juicing somewhere.
We're gonna keep the ball rolling with this whole narrative about LeBron juicing. All right, cool.
He's juicing somewhere.
I just want to know where you stand at moving forward into the season. Hank, family, what was your reaction to this story with LeBron James' name being linked to this investigation?
It kind of sucks, but they can't prove anything that he did. That he took it, which is cool. But I will say that I do believe guys in the league take stuff.
What about LeBron? What about LeBron? Because see, LeBron is different. LeBron is an anomaly of what we're seeing in the league. When it's sticking with LBJ, do you
Watch your words,
feel
Hank.
even a little
Watch
bit
your words. They're
that
gonna come
he's
after
been
you. If you say the
performance
wrong thing.
enhancing drugs?
They're gonna come after if you say the wrong thing,
I don't
Hank.
think so. I think he's not taking anything. He's taking care of his body, but I don't believe he's doing anything that's not illegal. Everything's legal, rather.
Yo, they have been trying everything to bring this man down. And like BA said, bro, the DEA, the FBI, they're going to dig up names. Like, I'm not surprised that LeBron's name got brought up. You understand what I'm saying? Like Hank said, it does suck. But, at least we got some transparency.
I believe that, just my thoughts. I believe that Miami LeBron might have been on that. I do truly believe that. But I feel like through time, he's instead of going like super to these super duper spikes physically, he's been like this the whole time. He's just been straight in line, and I don't believe that he's been taking it lately at all, if any. But in the past, I still something tells me because of listing and things being burnt up and hidden, I can't put that past him. But there's no proof. So
yeah, man, if he was taking it that fourth quarter, that second half of game 4, he'd have been going crazy.
Exactly. You heard about what happened. You heard about why he went to Miami specifically, because he was supposed to go to Chicago with Wade.
Out of 20 years played, why are you picking the Miami experience to say that LeBron James was possibly doing something that he wasn't supposed to be doing? Why are we going with the Miami experience?
Because I'm a LeBron hater. What you expect?
I see. We got another 100.
I can keep it 100. I'm not trying to hide my hand like people be hiding their hand with my guy Kobe. I'm not a Kobe hater. Yes, you are.
This is crazy. Scrub Zero in the building. Salute, bro.
Salute, everyone. What's up?
What's going on?
What's your thoughts, bro, about this PED investigation? LeBron name being, linked to the investigation, but him being clear. I know you're a LeBron hater too, so I'm dying to get your take on this one.
First of all, I couldn't care less about LeBron. Let's get that straight.
See,
I ain't even. I'm gonna be honest. I couldn't care less about him. Now
that's so unfair. This is the face of our league that we love, and you just
I don't. But that's a different story. From what I looked at, it seems like it was a investigation from this year. So
yep,
yeah. So I
know it started last year. I know it started last year because that's when the media, I think ESPN first brought it to his attention, because according to LeBron, he knew nothing about him or anybody that he was associated with being involved with the investigation. So
yeah,
to him, he said it was a surprise.
All right. I mean, at least as far as that time frame of their investigation, they didn't find anything. So I'm not going to say he did something he didn't. But that doesn't track his whole career. So to me, it doesn't really. It's like, okay, cool. He's not connected, and you move on. I don't really think it's that big a story, honestly. Me personally.
BA, can anybody use this? Continue to use this? Can this, even though to me it's kind of been a dead issue, but can people still use this as an argument moving forward when we talk about the legacy of LeBron James? Will this whole rumor about PED use come back to haunt LeBron when we have conversations about his overall legacy?
To keep it 100, people will forever use this against LeBron, especially if they don't like LeBron for whatever reasons that they don't like LeBron. They're going to mention they're always going to mention PEDs just because of where he went, where he moved to, which was the headquarters, and how physically he went from here to here in I don't know how many days. But honestly, unless you got proof, though, like hardcore proof, it's just words. And even if and I was talking to somebody else about this earlier. Another reason why they possibly look deeper into this as well, because they just ended it, was possibly because his son as well. His son just went through what he did and had this out of the blue. Has been healthy his whole life and just falls out. So I know that made them look deeper into it as well.
Hank, let me ask you, like, since LeBron has come into the league, do we have 3 or 5 guys that may be stronger than? I mean, I know it's people probably stronger than him that's playing in the league, but just like as far as superstars and stars, can we name 5 people that physically seems to be stronger than LeBron since he came in? Maybe outside of like a Zion, I can't really name
Right.
5. Do you think that there's a
Zion,
sample size of people stronger than LeBron?
superstars, no. Only one I can think of, like you said, Zion is a beast. So is Giannis. You see, he went through that physical growth too.
So why does Giannis, Hank, don't get this type of speculations and stuff like that? Because we've seen the growth spurt with him.
Right. Well, he's staying under the radar. He's already said he don't want to be the face of the league. LeBron is the face.
Giannis is
That's
another
why he's
one
getting them
of
stones
those.
thrown at him.
Giannis is another one of those that could probably because
He
his
went from
growth
skinny,
was
skinny,
crazy.
man.
His growth was crazy. He was athletic, but he wasn't this athletic. And I know people say when you get a certain age, your body fill out. That's what they say. But people don't be moving like that. That's not natural. It's not normal. I'm not gonna say natural, but it's not normal. So
Right.
yeah, I don't blame him for trying to hide and not be the face. I don't blame him.
Well, check this out, because it's crazy that you guys brought up Giannis. He was actually the next topic on the show, so we'll just go ahead and jump into it. I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on this statement by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis says he refuses to work out with other NBA players in the offseason. I'm going to read a statement to you guys from Giannis. He says, I don't know how to be phony. I don't know how to be fake. That's why I kind of keep my distance, because I know that if I work out with people, it takes active players. It takes off my edge when I play against them. BA, what's your reaction to Giannis saying that he don't rock out working out with NBA players in the offseason? This is one of the few times I've heard this from one of the new era superstars in the league.
I love this, bro. I love this mentality. I believe that it affects a lot of people's games. We had just mentioned KD and LeBron, how that matchup didn't really pan out to what it was, but when they did match up, it was so. I believe that with them working out in the offseason kind of affected them. The buddy, whatever. I love, like, we can go kick it as NBA players, we can have respect, we can go kick it here and there. But as far as working out, showing you what I got in my bag and running with you and all of that, nah. Right. I believe that does take a competitive edge, and I believe that's what the NBA is missing, because a lot of these players are buddy. They're too buddy, if you ask me.
But they say steel sharpens steel. And I feel like if you're comfortable in your own skin, and if you're already an elite player, some of these guys, bro, I don't think that they just unstoppable when we talk about opposition. It's either they're going to make the shot or miss the shot. But I don't really, some people in the league that just can't be stopped. So, I don't really have a problem with these guys working out in the offseason like that. This is surprising to me. What you think about this, Scrub Zero?
I'm with BA. I actually like that Giannis doesn't want to work out with anyone. Now everyone's different and everyone gotta do what works for them, but I think we need a little more guys that's to themselves, and when they get on the court, you see that edge. Because a lot, but in fairness, like, remember, Giannis grew up overseas. He wasn't from here, so he didn't grow up in the AAU community and all that. So
right.
There's not really any incentive for him to be buddy with these guys, like working out during the off season and all that.
He may benefit more working with guys that's not in the league anymore, like Elijah Warren, David Robinson, stuff like that. Okay, I can respect that. Hank, what's your reaction, bro, to Giannis going hard, saying he don't really work out with no active NBA players?
Well, he said a statement like this in the past. This is not the first time he said that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He said this before. He doesn't like to work out with other stars. But this is kind of an old school mentality, even though that I pull back the layers, starting to see that the old school basketball players did work out together. That, it's always that they didn't do it. Yeah, they did. They used to play pickup games and stuff together in the summer as
Yep.
well.
Yep.
But of course, now in this generation, they got the AAU circuit, so it's a lot bigger. They're friends earlier, and they come into the league together. But Kobe and Tracy McGrady sat down and talked about it too. Like once they started seeing the skills, like I'm practicing with you, but I can see your growth and I can use it against you in the game. They just start working out together.
They had to.
They had to.
Right.
I'm gonna know everything you can do. So you got to have some type of advantage on against your opponent.
But fellas, is Giannis's game like I could be wrong, but I feel like Giannis' game ain't like that, whereas though he can't learn from other players. Like I feel like even though he may be right as far as him losing an edge with people being able to study him, I feel like Giannis' game ain't at the level where it can't be more improved himself. I feel like maybe playing against other guys in the offseason actively could help his actual game. So I'm looking at it cup half full, cup half empty.
He, as being one of the top players in the NBA year after year, as he's been for the past 5 or 6 years, I do not want to show you my true flaws. Yeah, y'all might talk about my free throws. Y'all might talk about y'all might talk about my jump shot, but there's other things that I do that are quite dynamic, that's way above average, but you don't know how I get to that point and how I'm that good at doing it. So I do not want to show you that.
And like you say, he probably need to get like some former players like a Dirk Nowitzki or something like that, or Hakeem, whatever, to come help you. But also your teammates, especially like I remember in Dallas, J. Kidd got really good at threes at the end of his career, but that was because of Dirk. He learned from Dirk. Dirk was showing him pointers on how to improve his 3-point shot. So your teammates can definitely help you improve your game too. You don't necessarily have to go outside of the team environment to improve your game.
It's funny you mentioned Hakeem Olajuwon because I think Giannis needs to work on his footwork. As you see, when he gets in that post, his balance is terrible.
Yeah,
he be tripping over himself. If he could, he don't even need to get to Hakeem level. If he could just keep his balance, work on his footwork to that point, I think that alone will make a world of difference. And if he really get that post game going, ooh. Because he already got just about everything else. You don't need the three. He doesn't need the 3-point shot.
Yeah, not even a king. Maybe like Rasheed Wallace or Tim Duncan or some other big that got good footwork in that post too.
All he needs is a mid level. He doesn't need a high level, just a mid-level footwork game where he can face up and do all of that too, because he's not really good. He just get the ball and go.
Right.
If he can take, jab, and do all of that, like that type of activity, man.
And I don't think there's anyone in the league that can. Sorry, but I don't think there's anyone in the league right now that really has that skill set where he could actually work out with them and pick that up from them.
But is it a guarantee that working with a former player, like how can we guarantee that those guys could do what they did back in the day with this new age talent of athletes now? Like, how does it automatically work if he's working with Olajuwon? I can't say that it will automatically work or his game would get better because he's working with Olajuwon. How can we tell that Olajuwon will be as dominant as he was as far as footwork and stuff like that in this new era of basketball?
It helped your goat, didn't it? It helped your goat.
I guess
until he decided to quit going to him.
LeBron used to have horrible feet. He was straight.
He still has horrible feet.
Yeah.
He's not as horrible.
Yeah. Not as horrible. But what he do though? He got it to slightly below average. He's about average right now. He was below average.
Hey, it's just nonstop with this hate.
It's just the truth.
It's the truth.
Listen,
check this out.
Tell the truth is being a hater. I'm a hater.
I'm just saying, man. It's like y'all just. All right, we'll save it for.
Well, wait, stop me when I'm lying, though.
But
I'm trying to. I've been trying to stop you for months.
The only way he can't get better is if he got to practice. You're going to get better if you work on it. If he's not working on it, he's not going to get better. So if guys come back in the league, I mean, the next year and they shooting the same free throw percentage because they wasn't working on the free throws. You should get better.
when it comes to Giannis in this topic of discussion, fellas, can an argument hypothetically be made that maybe other superstars don't want to work with Giannis because he's not as skilled of a player and they can't learn from him? Can the story actually be that way?
I believe it could be possible, but I think I know a lot of NBA players would love to work out with Giannis, especially with like weightlifting routines and things of that nature. How he does well in tight spaces, like he does well in tight spaces to be that big of a guy. And I'm sure a lot of players would love, especially the younger players who are developing, would love to understand how did he get good at that.
Right. All right, man. This is the Best of 7 Sports Talk. 7 Mitchell, Hank, B.A., Scrub Zero. We in the building, man. Y'all already know how we giving it up here, man. Talking out NBA talk, man. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Subscribe to the platform if you're new. Let's get into our next topic real quick, bro. Kevin Porter Jr. My God.
Goodness.
Lord have mercy. So we was doing a preview, I believe, maybe a month ago. We were talking about Ime Udoka joining the Houston Rockets and how will he help the development of this group of young talent. We were very excited and had high expectations about the potential of the squad. But during the argument and the conversation, BA had brought up Kevin Porter Jr.'s name, and he was hell-bent on saying he was not sold on KPJ. And you felt like, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, bro, you said he wasn't going to finish the season in Houston, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. The same, this is a repeat. People don't understand, not the specific situation, because the allegations are crazy. If they are all true, get him out the league. He shouldn't even be in the NBA if the allegations that I'm hearing are true.
Break down to the people who are late to the party briefly what these allegations entail, because he beat up his girlfriend, and you probably got more detailed on it, but she's a WNBA player, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Former.
Yeah, I don't know her name. Anybody?
Former.
Former. Yeah.
Okay.
She has a unique name as well, but I can't remember her actual name. But
Kears.
Okay. But with this particular WNBA player, he's been dating her, and they got into it. And what's being said is he strangled her. And when he strangled her, right, when he was choking her, he swung her a punch, like he yanked her body, and she slammed on some type of surface, and she actually fractured her vertebrae.
No way.
Yes. She suffered injury to her vertebrae. And that is the big thing that's happening right now. And that is the allegations right now upon him. And I don't know if this is true or not, but this is what's in all the stories. So if this is true, that you got that mad as a multimillionaire, get any woman that you want, but I know that you're in love. Another WNBA, I know she's not playing currently, but another WNBA player, you do this to her, a woman, and you're a professional athlete as well.
It's over.
It's over with. It's over with. If this is true, it's over with, bro.
My God.
He didn't like, that's the thing about it. It wasn't just like he just choked or just assaulted her and like you really hurt her. Like he
could have killed her. He could have paralyzed her.
Exactly, bro.
Wow. Man, Hank, what was your reaction, bro, hearing this story about Kevin Porter Jr.? And what do you think is going to happen to him when we talk about basketball?
I got her name wrong. Her name is Kaiser. It's spelled is weird. It's Kaiser. This is crazy. I think once the investigation is done and they prove what they need to prove, if it's true, he's got to be out the league. And in his contract, they showed is not guaranteed, so the Rockets can get from underneath it without paying all that money. I think they got to pay a small percentage of it, but not the whole thing. But he definitely will be out the league. The NBA, if this is the NFL, might be a little different, but the NBA, they definitely gonna get him out. I think his career is over with if comes out to be true.
Wow,
Yeah.
bro.
If he get locked up, he's not getting any percentage.
Right.
Because he violates, he avoids their entire contract.
Yep.
This is crazy. I saw Houston is already trying to shop him. Already. What's your reaction, Scrub, to this story, and what do you think the future holds for Kevin Porter Jr. as far as basketball go?
Like everyone else, if this is true, I think this is it because it's not good. From what I heard, though, they've had issues in the past as well.
Yes.
Really?
So yeah, and it's like so to me, it's like if y'all had issues, not to that level, but like if it's been issues before where y'all had it like y'all have been competitive and whatnot, it should have never. Y'all should have just moved on. It should have never got to this point. But regardless,
He don't
of that,
have no win. Not to cut you off, but
Mm-hmm.
he don't have no win to me because when I saw him, like I don't know if he turned himself in or when they had him in custody, like he didn't have no scratches or bruises. It didn't look like he actually got into a fight, and he can't like claim self-defense or nothing like
no,
this.
not
Like, he's
not in
done.
this incident. Not from this incident, at least from
You're saying
what we
prior,
know.
like before,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, that'd be different, but like still, it's unfortunate. But there's still a lot we don't know, so
Right.
it's not really too much I can say. Just listen for the former NBA player. I hope she's all right
Yes.
because
Yeah, that's
That's crazy.
that's the biggest thing right now. And then figure out what the facts are and go from there.
And
BA, how should the court of public opinion handle stuff like this? You know, they talk about innocent until proven guilty, but when certain things are documented and you know we see visuals and stuff like that, like how should the streets look at Kevin Porter Jr.?
I can't tell the streets how they should look at it. Honestly, I'm old school with it. Guilty until proven innocent. I mean, innocent until proven guilty.
Okay.
If something were like anything could have happened at this situation, I'm not one to. I try to put myself in the same situation, giving other people the benefit of the doubt until it's actually proven. I can't really say much about it. I don't want to just be like, oh, he's so stupid, he's so foolish. I think he's 24, 25. He's super young.
23, I think.
He's 23. I know he's super young. And I know what love can do to a person. I'm sure all of us up here has been in crazy love before. We went delusional and crazy things happen. But yeah, I can't jump to conclusions with him because I don't know the situation at its fullest.
My fault, guys.
No, it's all
That's
good,
me.
bro. It's all good. So, I mean, it's just crazy, bro, because you talk about his age and then you're playing in Houston. You're playing for a team that has a lot of expectations when we talk about potential and, you know, how do you wind up blowing this in the worst way?
So, Seven, it's a situation. When we spoke about this a few months ago, the reason why I wasn't sold on KP was because he went through a similar situation, not the exact similar situation with the young lady that he's in, but he went through a crazy situation when he was in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland gave him the team, had to roll out for him, and then next thing you know, they bring in Darius Garland, and Garland started playing better than they expected. So he starts huffing and puffing, mad, upset, in his feelings. They got to get rid of him. So they get rid of him and push him up out of there. And then
But
you
that
go
was
to
my
another-
thing. That was my thing that really stuck to my brain when this story came out, because when you had talked about him in the sense back then, it wasn't all about basketball. You have referenced that behavior and the attitude issues and how that may not be a good look and fit, especially with Ime Udoka coming into the picture.
Yeah.
You have brought that up specifically, and you know, and then to see the extent that he went with his girlfriend yesterday, man, or the other day, whenever it happened, bro, I think he's done.
John Wall said the same thing too. Don't sleep on. I don't know if y'all ever seen the clip of John Wall talking about the young players.
Yep. I remember
And one of the players he was speaking about of that young team doing whatever they want with curfews, not listening to the coach, etc., was KP.
Really?
Yes.
I remember that.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Then they tried to be slick and trade him back to Houston. That was dirty.
They did dirty.
Who, John Wall?
Yeah, they traded him back. That was dirty.
That was when I saw that, I was like, "Oh my god, why the heck
know,
is he
right?
back?" Then after everything y'all just went through, y'all gonna bring him back?
Yeah, they bought him out again.
Yeah, that was just out of spite because of what he said in the media. That's what that was.
Exactly.
Couldn't be me.
One
talk
thing
about-
though, I
Go
want to
ahead,
say,
Hank. Go ahead, bro.
like, this is horrible. It's a horrible situation. He should be out the league, and I don't want to take light of that. But I want to say, why don't they bring up Raquana Williams in the media?
Who's that?
WNBA beat her wife, held her hostage. They 2 WNBA players. You don't hear nothing about that, but as soon as the man gets in trouble, we all over the news.
You know why?
It's
man.
not right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's not.
should be
It's
over
not
the
Do
right.
you
news.
think stories like that could destroy that little league?
Yeah, it'll put a lot mad pressure on the league because she ain't the only one. For the past like 10 years, it's been cases. Don't forget Brittany Griner and her lady. Don't forget.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah.
Like black guys and all of that. Like, bro, it's crazy. The ladies get down too. They get down too.
My God. I want to talk real brief, fellas, about Brandon Ingram. I was looking at a new report while we were just speaking on other topics. Brandon Ingram, according to reports, is not going to sign the extension with the New Orleans Pelicans. He's actually going to wait until next summer to decide to sign a contract extension with this team. Hank, should the Pelicans be concerned about Brandon Ingram not buying in right now with the stuff that they already going through with Zion?
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's their main star. You can't rely on Zion, even though I like Zion a lot, and I think he could be the best player in the league if he put his work in, right? But right now, you got to go with what's tried and true, and that's Brandon. Brandon been there; he's been putting in the work, and if Zion can come back, those two can be dominant together, But he's probably looking at greener pastures. You don't want to sign anything definite, especially with the whole trouble they've been having with Zion down there in New Orleans. You probably want to weigh his options.
I think he's gone when you have stuff like this. When he's gone, because the problem is, even if Zion come back, that's not going to be enough. And New Orleans, they don't have enough time to make this thing right. I'm not saying that they couldn't build nothing behind Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson, but you're going to have to give Zion at least a couple years, to establish himself. They guys going to have to build some chemistry. Brandon Ingram's contract is up at the end of the season. So New Orleans just not going to be able to put anything together to appease Brandon Ingram or turn this team into a championship contender within a season. So I expect them to be shopping Brandon Ingram maybe by the trade deadline. We could see Brandon Ingram playing for another team before the year's out.
I believe that they are. I believe that if they all were healthy, they would be championship contenders. With the core that
they got a good core, man.
Hey, the Pelicans.
In which world?
You see what the Pelicans have been doing for real? They lost, but why? Because Zion not there.
The Pelicans
not the only reason.
Imagine when they had Josh Hart there.
Bro,
think about it,
bro. The last couple of years since they got CJ McCullough, they've been really good. They just don't have Zion Williams, which is that extra piece that they've been boasting about because they can't stay on the floor.
He's a really good piece, but I don't think that makes them contenders. I just think they like second round.
Nah,
BA, that is laughable, bro. Do you know who's in the Western Conference?
Bro, you saying laughable, bro. I've seen them. They were you gotta understand, bro. They were the number one team in the West. Was it last year or the year before last? They were number one in the West
at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, to like mid-December, and I believe Zion went out and Brandon Ingram.
I'm sorry, you said to mid-December. Listen, the season don't start until after January. That's when let's start battering.
Hey,
Yo,
like I
he
said,
ain't pushing that
like I
goalpost, bro.
said,
He is not. I'm telling you,
it's
bro.
not no, but I believe that like with that core, the same team that Gate was giving it to who was it? Chris Paul and them.
Yeah.
When Chris Paul and them went on and actually won, not won a championship, but made it to the finals. That same core, bro. If you add on a healthy Zion, I believe that they can go far. Win the championship. I'm not saying that, but contend, yeah, I believe that they can contend.
Scrub, how does this play out with Brandon Ingram since he's opted not to sign the extension until at least the summer?
I think they're gonna try. I think they're gonna try to move him at deadline. I'm not saying it's impossible for him to come back, but as things are right now, I highly doubt it. It doesn't seem well. What's up, man? Basement Sports Podcast.
So you think they're gonna get rid of him more than likely?
Yeah, and if they're unable to, then I just see him. I see him walking at the end of the year. But I wouldn't even say you worry about it. Like, you just keep an eye on the situation. If you could get a good deal for him, cool. If not, just play it out. I don't think you
don't worry about it. This is it for them.
Because what else can you really do at this point? You know what the situation is. You're sticking with Zion. I'm not
right.
Whether I agree with it or not, they've just chosen to stick with Zion. So now,
I don't even think they've built the type of culture that another star would want to come right now and try to save the day. I can't even think of nobody that would want to play in the
they ain't gonna get no free agents.
He's not healthy enough. He has not been healthy. So if I was them, this is actually a good spot for them because now they can go shopping. I would go shop him. He can't. If you can't give me at least 60 games. He hasn't been doing that the last couple of seasons.
Are we talking Zion?
No, I'm talking about Brandon Ingram.
BI.
I'm talking about BI. I would go shop him. They need to go shop BI. BI is not. He's just not healthy. He just not in uniform enough for them.
Why shouldn't New Orleans just blow this whole damn thing up? Get rid of Brandon Ingram. Get rid of Zion Williamson. Start over.
Because ain't no one. You think it's bad now? Ain't no one gonna watch him after all that. Let's go.
And they got a squad, bro. They got a squad, though. They really got a good squad.
I'm not gonna let you sit up here.
They're respectable.
New Orleans, man.
I can't believe, bro, with the young dude on the wing locking everything up. Big boy still
Alvarado.
No, not Alvarado. That's the come off the bench.
Grand Theft Alvarado.
What's the dude? Williams. I don't know. He played the 3. He played the 3 and he played the 2. He'd be locking everything up. Matter of fact, I think he was second or third team all NBA this year, and it was his second year. Not defensive though.
Oh, I was about to say,
not defensive.
Talk about
like, hey, we looked over someone that good.
Yeah, man. See, I'm telling you, I pay attention to everybody, man. They got a squad, but nobody. They can't be healthy though. They never healthy. That's their only issue. They not healthy enough.
Larry said what they're going to do is give BI as close to the offer he wants to make him rethink, and we'll do that during the season. I have the media all over it, and he has to answer questions using the media. I agree with Larry. That may actually be a tactic that the organization used, but I'm looking at it from the lens of it ain't about money with BI at this point. I mean, of course, you want to be secure. Now, who wouldn't turn down a big bag? But I'm thinking maybe now more than ever, championship should be his primary focus. He may just want to win. Like he got, came up out of LA thanks to the Anthony Davis trade. LA turned right around, get a ring. He's supposed to link up with Zion and change the culture and the atmosphere in New Orleans. Zion shows no consistency. He loses his point guard in Lonzo Ball. Like, this is like the second, third head coach they done had. It's been a lot of moving parts with New Orleans, bro. I feel like Brandon Ingram's coming up with the short end of the stick. And they might offer him a big bag, but I think he's gone, bro. I think he's going to leave.
He having lung issues, too. He's been having lung issues.
Really?
So that's another issue with him. But I'm sure he never really wanted to even be there in the first place. But he probably still want to catch a fade with LeBron, since LeBron, the GM got him up out of there. So I'm pretty sure he's still in his feelings about that too, because he should be in LA averaging 25 a game.
No ring. We read that book before. If he would have stayed, no ring.
You don't know that?
Come on,
Exactly.
man.
You
That's
don't know that at all.
You really think B.I., AD, and LeBron could have worked together?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't
Would
think
it be any worse than what
that third wheel. Kuzma accepted that.
You go get. I like. Shout out to Kuzma. Salute to Kuzma.
Yeah.
But B.I., he don't even got to work that hard. He gonna give you 16 or 20 in his sleep. And he ain't gonna just be jacking up whatever. He's way more efficient. Way more efficient than Kuz is.
But I feel like he won't accept that role. That's my problem. I don't, he's better. He's a better player than Kuzma, but Kuzma is comfortable in his skin accepting that role.
Kuzma didn't accept that role.
He didn't accept that role. That's why him and LeBron constantly have friction, and they got him up out of there.
Y'all not gonna lie my man like that, bro.
Now
he man. Oh my god. Now you won't back Kuzma.
No, I'm talking about LeBron.
Oh, we know LeBron.
BA up here trying to create storylines that LeBron can't get along with his teammates and all. I'm not going to allow him to do that.
Man, he can't.
Doesn't he get along with his teammates? I'm not going to say that.
We know if LeBron don't like you, you gone.
I will say this. I always wish
Anthony Davis
walked over there.
Hey, that's why you got people like Mario Chalmers and all of these other dudes after they finish playing with us.
Shame on Mario.
They be like, nah, he good. Like they be like,
because Mario knows that LeBron ain't about that. He ain't got no testicular fortitude.
Cameron gonna kick Mario Chalmers' ass for running his mouth. So that's all I'm waiting for. Shout out to Killer. Fellas, last topic before we get up out of here. I just want to get your guys' reaction to the NBA approving this new rule that will prohibit teams from allowing more than one of their star players to sit in the same game. BA, what's your reaction to this?
Could you explain that rule to me?
Basically, any team that has two stars on their team, and what they are considering a star is someone that has been an all NBA team or an all-star within like the last 3 seasons, like a Kawhi and a Paul George, for example. They're not going to no longer allow a team to have 2 of their star players sit in the same game due to like load management or something like that. It would have to be a significant injury and stuff like that. They're not going to be allowing a lot of the superstars, the faces of the league, to sit out a lot of national televised games as well and stuff like that. They trying to maximize, the product for the consumer. So
I like it.
A lot of this load management, and a couple key guys sitting out, it's really gonna be no more of that. I love it.
Yeah. I am 100%. Yeah, I don't like it. I love it. And the reason why I do love it is because these dudes need to be playing, man. They wonder why they want people. They be wondering why they be getting hurt with these. I want to stay out 2. I want to play 3 games in a week, and then I want to sit out 1 or 2 and then play another. This is why you're getting hurt, because your body is not even used to all of this getting beat up. Get your body used to that stress. This is why the older NBA players used to last a lot longer during the season. And this is why when you talk about people like Michael Jordan and LeBron James as well, Iron Man, not to this point, but when he was in his prime, they played at least 70 games, at least.
Right.
A lot of these players, they don't do that. They want to sit and chill, and then they end up tearing ACLs and tearing all this other stuff that like parts of their body that we ain't ever heard of, because their body ain't really been through the fire like that.
That's a fact. What about you, Hank? What's your reaction to this new NBA rule that got approved?
Yeah, they're trying to come down on that the load management. It's a good thing. You cut on the TV and you expecting to see Kawhi and Paul George versus LeBron and AD, and you don't see none of them. That's a disappointment.
hey, I gotta ask you this. Hey,
imagine paying tickets for it.
But hey, I gotta ask you this though. How many times has that happened within the past like decade?
A lot.
Exactly.
The Clippers
A lot.
three
Exactly.
times,
That's my
4 times a
point.
year.
A lot. I can think of
But
a
you know,
lot.
that's not. It's not. It started really with Popovich. Remember,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Popovich started sitting his big three.
Yeah.
Miles
Ginobili,
Duncan,
Parker, and
Ginobili,
Duncan. Yep,
Parker.
yep,
Right.
yep.
He got fined by Stern, and it's been a spiral ever since. Players been doing it more and more and more.
Kawhi Leonard took it and ran
took it
with
and
it.
ran with it.
To Toronto,
Talk
LA.
about Balco. He
God
got the
damn.
Balco on the low
No
management.
bullshit.
Yeah.
They could be investigating Kawhi. Shit.
But like Jordan said, man, there's ways. Michael Jordan said there's ways to rest in the game. So you don't. That's why they probably played a lot of half court to kind of rest yourself instead of running down the court back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's probably why they play a lot of half court to give your body a little bit of rest. And then they took care of business early so they can rest in that fourth quarter.
Right.
So, you know, there's other ways of doing it, but yes, it's good for the league, especially with paying customers,
Yes.
going to the games, the league passes, all that, is money. And around the world, it's a global game now. You can't, shortchange your customers.
That's a fact. I mean, shit. When we talking Eastern Conference, Western Conference, you only seeing niggas 2 times a season.
Yeah.
So yeah, I need that. What's your reaction, Scrub, to the new rule being approved in the NBA?
I don't like it, but the reason
Really?
I don't like it is because I think they're just going to circumvent this like they've circumvented everything else. I don't think it's going to ultimately change anything. You can there's enough ways for a team to say, all right, yeah, we ain't got him playing. Yeah, he got hurt. Why is he on the injury report? He got this or that.
Talk.
Like I'm like, y'all they saying this like, I'm like, it sounds good but that's a competition committee. The teams want to invest you're going to protect their investment. They paying these guys all this money. The team says, yo, you resting, and they make that final decision. Like, no, he enact. That's it.
Especially for unnecessary games when you playing sub 500 teams or teams that have no shot at making the playoffs. I feel you.
Right.
But it's Popovich, bro. I don't give him too much slack for doing what he did because Popovich didn't do this early on in his career.
No,
he didn't start doing this until like the 2010s. But by that time, Ginobili and all of them was like in their mid 30s, and people are using that as an excuse. But when Tim Duncan was running the floor, was running them things for real, they was playing. They was playing a lot.
Do you think Popovich? Do you think he expected this trend to supersede what he was doing, or do you think this was just an isolated experience for his guys? Do you think Popovich even considered that, this energy will be moving forward into how the NBA is being played out?
Not until you got Kawhi Leonard. He didn't expect.
That's what hit him.
It was the isolated Kawhi Leonard is like he's like the poster child of this whole thing. We can blame Pop, but like I said, if you look at Pop only did that because Duncan was 35, 36.
Right. It made sense for his
32,
situation.
Yeah.
Exactly. These younger players, Kawhi Leonard coming in there at 21, 22 years old, talking about, my knee hurt today. I don't know. It's crazy.
But it didn't get crazy until that year. He said there's something wrong. The team doctors wanted to be like, nah, you could go. Right. And that just became a whole. It's like, but if the player, if Kawhi truly feels like, no, I can't go, what are you supposed to do? What can you really do?
You can't do nothing about it, especially when he's the face of your team. Hank, what about you, bro? Do you think that this new rule, how much of an impact, I guess I'm going to ask you, will it have on this upcoming season?
Like Scrub Zero saying, I think they're gonna find the organization gonna find ways around it. They just they're gonna play the game now. They're gonna work with what the league gave them, and they're gonna find a way to manipulate the rule. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do that. Guys are still gonna want to stay out. They don't want to play back to backs and all that stuff. They're gonna find a way to get out of it. And the main thing, I was thinking that too when I read the article. Like, I'll just say I'm injured.
He's doubtful.
Right.
He's doubtful.
I never, no doubt. Shit like that. I never thought about that. So, like, okay, BA, we know what this rule, the intention of it is to maximize the product. But do you think we're going to get better basketball this season than we got last season? Or do you think when it comes to this rule, it's not going to really have no effect on the quality of play we get this upcoming season?
Scrub Zero just made me a believer that he just really made me a believer that it's not gonna really affect this season too much. It's still gonna be the same BS. Now, if they ever find a way to get back at the players and have more of a lockdown type rule or something like that, then maybe in 2 or 3 years, possibly.
Yeah.
But as far as this upcoming season, they're going to circumvent. And like I said, there's going to be a lot of, he's doubtful for tonight, or he twisted his ankle at shoot around today. It's going to be something crazy.
Larry feel like the new rule actually is going to hurt organizations, and he says he's going to look for them to add this to the CBA when the players be without pay. Yeah, this is definitely going to come up in topic of conversations sooner than later.
But the crazy thing is, like, there's not like, you look at this past year, I don't think any what you would call your superstar players even played 70 games. And I know what they're trying to do, but like, if you ain't got none of your top guys even hitting 70, maybe one if that, but like, they're not. This is just what it's led to now. So I don't know how much you can do. Maybe they could get it changed in a few years, but I don't think they could do. I don't think it's going to be anything drastic for just from last year to this year. I don't see it.
But what about, Scrub, the fact that they also have implemented that you have to now play a certain amount of games to become an all NBA player? Like, now accolades is now being evolved around the amount of games that's being played. So now you're looking at your individual resume as well as your team. They are really pushing the needle, forcing guys on the basketball court. So teams better be smart with their excuses and lies or tactics to keep these guys off the court.
Is it 65 games? Isn't it 65?
I think 65, 66 is a minimum.
65 games. So it's like, which I'm like, I didn't think you would need to actually put that in writing, because I would, like, particularly for like the accolades, like, I would figure anyone who would even be less than a certain amount of games, like, depending on, probably like 65, like, we wouldn't even be talking about them for an all NBA,
right.
Like first team all NBA defensive, nothing like that. Even all rookie, like, if you can get, you didn't even play 60 games, why are we talking about you? And forget those kind of awards.
Yeah, I think it should be 65. 65 is about the right number, but I'm so cold with it, bro. I would love to see a superstar play 70. Just 70. That's it.
I would too. Look at, but like, you got the players, and then you also got the organizations. That's kind of why it's like, I don't know how much
game changed.
Yeah,
it's a different era.
Yep.
Dominique Wilkins was talking about that.
Shout out to D. Will. All right, fellas, we're about to sign off, man. This is the Best of 7 Sports Talk. Shout out to my guys. Appreciate you all. Hank, Scrub, BA, for joining me this evening with this dope conversation about LeBron James and the PED investigation. People, make sure that you guys stay in tune with my guy Hank with Sports Game Vision on social media. My brother BA will Get Your Bars Up Media. Make sure y'all check those guys out. Subscribe to their channels, their platforms. And y'all just stay safe, man. We'll be at it again with another show. Hopefully this weekend, if time permits. Hope you guys stay safe. Make sure you guys check me out on the Players Choice channel every Tuesday and Sunday. We got a new show called Lakerland, live in full effect. So thank you guys for all the support. And we'll see you all soon, bro. We out of here, man. Y'all stay safe.
Peace, guys.
Peace, fellas.